Alright guys, welcome back to an episode of Madden 17. Opie just got done finished with his game in the playoffs. So hopefully we will see how he did. Maybe he can make the Super Bowl, because I obviously didn't. We're going to look at some of the stats and awards real quick and check out his game stats. We'll be right back. Alright, so checking out our season stats this year, we almost had 6,000 passing yards. I think last year we were just short of 4,000 or just short of 5,000. So definitely had a lot better year this year, minus the interceptions. 35, dude. Golly. Horrible. 66% completion rating. That's not too bad. Averaged about 366 a game. I had about 10 yards an average, a long of 80. Got sacked 52 times, dude. Gosh, man. I had a rough year. Let's check out my running game, just because I'm curious to see how Babe did. 208 attempts, 640 yards. Wow. This guy way better than Jay has ever been for us. He didn't get the touchdowns because we can't run it inside the red zone. We can barely run it at all. He averaged almost 50 yards a game, 3 fumbles, 13 broken tackles. Dude had a good season for as hard as it is to run in this game. I'm excited that he was a rookie and be able to do that. Maybe he got some kind of award or whatever, but solid performance by Babe. Looking at our passing stats, I threw it pretty much to Cameron and Pointer. Pointer was huge for us, even though he was injured multiple times this year. Whenever he was in the game, like, it showed. He had 1,400 receiving yards, Babe 500 out of the backfield. Parker just short of 1,000 on the season. But I threw it to whoever wanted the football. Plain and simple, if you were open, I was going to try to throw it to you and give it to you as much as possible. But we, sadly, are done with the season. We had a pretty good performance. I'm happy with how we played. Let's check out the Rams, see what his stats are like. All right, old Phoenix, just short of 6,000. He ended up passing me on receiving yards. So he beat me yet again there. 529 attempts or completions out of 769. He threw the ball way more than I did. We had the same number of interceptions, but he had about 10 more touchdowns. He played better, averaged about 7-8 yards more per game as well. Long as 75. Got sacked 59 times, so only 7 more times than me. But he also had way more attempts, so he probably averaged a lot better than I did. He played almost 100 more downs than I did too. Granted, he also played an extra game, but dude went off yet again. His running game suffered this year a little bit. Gurley got hurt for most of the season. Whenever he did come back, he got hurt again. I mean, he only played 8 games. Huge difference there. The backups came in, did decent. I mean, he runs the ball well at almost 7 yards a carry, but when the computer is averaging about 3 yards between the two of them, that's just not good. And his playmakers, Austin, of course, who it was last year. Wofford came in, almost got 1,000 yards on the season. Britt, almost 1,000 yards on the season. Hill got 1,000 yards on the season. He distributed the ball around pretty well, 6, 9, 10, and 7. And then other people, if they were in the mix, and then it worked out pretty good. So he also had a pretty good season. Let's check out some of our awards. Now we're going to run through the weekly awards real quick just so we can see who made it. So I'm just looking at the offense for both sides. So if I don't see us, then I'm not going to point it out because nobody cares about the other team. Santiago, bam. I started off the season great, dude. I started off the season so good. And then I didn't. 29 for 36, 441 yards, 3 touchdowns. That was an outstanding game for us there. But we obviously didn't do anything with it, so it didn't matter. There I am again. So between week 1 and week 7, I was a playmaker, dude. Do the ball well, touchdowns, got sacked about 4 times every game, and then it just kind of fell off the boat after that. Towards the end of the season, just nothing. He shows up, he has a pretty good game, even with 3 interceptions. He pulls it out week 13, week 14. Another solid performance. Me as well, we both threw the ball extremely well, but look at the difference in passing. He attempted or completed more than I attempted for less yards, so it was just one of those. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And then Parker had a huge game, so he got player of the week instead of me, but it was probably me. But Phoenix just turned it on the last half of the season, man. 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. And it definitely showed. He came ready to play playoff for him. He peaked whenever he needed to, and it worked out great. And right there again, just one more week, and he's done. Let's check out some of the season awards. So yearly awards, MVP is Phoenix, hands down. Again, I got 3rd place. We were close. Cam Newton was in 2nd. So we competed. We tried, but sadly we didn't get it. Coach of the year was Rex Ryan, I think for the 2nd year in a row. The Bills are just really hard to beat, at least whenever I play him. He has no problems with the Bills, and I think we've played them every year twice, and we've lost every time. So they're our arch rival for dang sure. Let's check out the AFC awards. Offensive Player of the Year, Andy Dalton. I'm way down on the list, number 7. I just didn't have a great year. Too many interceptions, plus not making the playoffs definitely hurts. Defensive Player of the Year, Preston Brown. Is he a linebacker? Can I see what he is? Because I bet you he's a linebacker. There's Ragland, Another Bills player, like 2 Bills players, really. We have Kiko Alonso. He had a pretty good season, surprisingly, even though my defense is garbage. Rookie of the Year, Babbers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I wanted. He didn't play a whole lot. He played about half of the year, but he got injured. But he was huge. Huge find for us. We're definitely happy he's on our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year. The Ravens, best quarterback. Got it. I didn't win Offensive Player of the Year, but I won best quarterback, so take that. Andy Dalton. It works out. My favorite best running back, Le'Veon Bell. Dude's a beast. Best wide receiver, Pointer. Yeah. Do I have any other guys up here? No. Pointer for his, second year in the league? First year? Dude, he's been huge for us. I think he came in last year. Offensive line, for dang sure not any of my guys. Tunsil, dude. You gave up like 8 sacks this season. You're horrible. You were the second, I think it was 12 and then 9 for Tunsil. So you weren't good. The Texans we played, Jets we played, Patriots, Bills. Like, we played all these teams with the best defensive line. Best linebacker, definitely the Bills. Yeah. Preston Brown. Told you the linebacker. Look at that. Linebacker. Linebackers are just too good in this game. Way overrated, in my opinion. Plain and simple. Best defensive backs. Ryan's an arch nemesis of ours as well, dude. Loves to pick off the ball if I throw it his way. Best kicker, Dolphins. Jesse, I gave you a lot of opportunities to put up points. We had 2 kickers? Really? Man, that's sad. Check out the NFC Epic's division. He got second place behind Cam Newton. He won MVP, but not Offensive Player of the Year. That's kind of weird, but Hallwell's, it's close enough. Lawrence Quinn, there you go. He had 2 linebackers. Well, I know both those guys are linebackers for sure. From defense. On the offensive side, Rookie of the Year. Did he have anybody? Nobody in the top 7, so I'm going to skip over it. Defensive player. The Packers were a good team, man. He beat them the one time they played him, and then we got to see what his game happened last week, because I didn't see that. But Packers beat the crap out of us. That was our first loss. Best quarterback, Phoenix, of course. Hands down. Tony Romo still playing for the Cowboys. This game does not have old Dak Prescott playing. Falcons, best running back. It's all good. With as much as Gurley got hurt, makes sense. Really, Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley. None of the Rams, Austin, and Wofford way down on the list. I figured they'd be way up there. Best offensive line. Cowboys. Dude, can I play you on the Cowboys? I'll swap you. I will definitely swap you. Best defensive line. Eagles, Quinn again. I guess Quinn was an end. My bad. Linebacker, got it wrong. Best linebacker, Bowman. And see, he's not even up there for an award there. Best defensive back, Richard Sherman, of course. Bradley Roby. Not too shabby. Clinton Huber. That's a younger guy. And best kicker, Rams up there quite a bit as well. So that's the season awards, the annual awards. Let's go check out Epic's game, see how he did. Looking at this, he put up a huge game. Ended up beating the Cowboys 43-10. Man, he's got it figured out. 118 rushing yards, 353 passing yards, 20 first downs. He just beat them in every category. Only 2 turnovers, 8 third down conversions, 100% in the red zone. Dude went off. Plain and simple. And it shows because he gets the win. Let's check and see how he ended up doing. 371 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. 3 sacks, 27 for 35, only 8 incomplete passes. Huge day for Phoenix. Running the ball, Stubblefield, 29 attempts for 103 yards. Man, one of these days I'll be able to do that. It's just not going to happen for me. Receiving, Britt, 11 for 122. Austin, 6 for 86. Newkirk, whoever this guy is, I don't think I've seen him on the list, but he's suffering from a lot of injuries. 3 for 89. So he comes out, get a win. I know he's excited for this next week, so he's got the game that he's going to play this week. So we're going to advance it and see how he did. Check out the Pro Bowl, see if we made it, and we'll be right back. All right, here we go into the Pro Bowl. Next week will be the Super Bowl. Let's check out, see how Epic did in his game. All right, checking out the stats. He ends up losing at 38-31. Scored 22 in the fourth quarter, but not quite enough to get the win. 21 rushing yards, 378 passing yards, 18 first downs. Dude was tearing it up. 4 turnovers, probably cost him the game this week. But sadly, everybody in the league is done because it's mainly just me and him. See how he did throwing the ball? 430 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Got sacked 7 times, 30 for 52. Not quite as good of a game. The turnovers will do that to you, but solid performance yet again by Phoenix. Checking out the running game. Just couldn't get a running game going. Probably down. Well, he was down most of the game looking at the box score a while ago. 3 for 17, 2 for 6. Just not an outstanding performance running the ball, so we got to throw it. Heel, 10 for 172. Britt, 9 for 78. Wofford, 6 for 55. Thomas, 1 for 75 and a touchdown. Huge game right there. Let's check out and see who's playing for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl matchup will be the Bills and Seahawks. Bills back-to-back years make it to the Super Bowl. They're looking for their first win since we've been playing. Last year they got beat by the Rams to take their first Super Bowl. It's going to be interesting. Hey, at least it's my division. The team that I cannot beat is making it every year. So maybe if we can beat them eventually, it'll help out a little bit. But checking out the Pro Bowl, we are the starting quarterbacks going against each other, both 95 overall, which is crazy. He started out less than me. He was, I think I was a first round pick, maybe a second round, and he was like further on down the list. So him making it to the same overall that I am is insane. But he's also won the Super Bowl MVP twice, just out in the Offensive Rookie of the Year, his rookie year. Dude just had a great time playing this game, and it shows. See if we have anybody on our teams that are playing. I thought Hill was his receiver. I guess it's not. There's nobody on my team, which is kind of sad. I figured, oh, that's a running back. I was like, that's kind of sad. We don't have any receivers. There you go. Pointer, the number one receiver overall. Bam! He beat out freaking Antonio Brown. Wow. He had Austin on his list to throw to a little bit. Wofford also made it for him, so he had two receivers. His tight end made it. We had Cameron for our team make it. Yeah. Cameron doing work. Let's see, offensive line. I don't know any of these offensive linemen other than the names that I yell at constantly by giving up sacks. So if anybody made it, I would be extremely surprised because my offensive line is straight garbage. Joey Bosa, dude, was good. Makes 100%. And JJ Watt, dang, dude. He had Quinn make it for his offensive line, but dude, the AFC's got a stacked team. If they don't win this, there's something wrong with this game. That's for dang sure. But Darius from the Bills made it. I don't think he'll get a play, though, but he still made it regardless. Von Miller. Golly, we had Kiko Alonso. Call him Kiki. Middle linebacker made it for us. Anybody else for our teams, which German, of course. Ryan from the Patriots. Gordy, nobody else from our teams, I would assume. Not even our kickers, man. That's sad. But hey, that's a Pro Bowl for you. We are both interested to see how this offseason goes because I'm more than likely swapping teams. 100%. I think he had talked about swapping teams as well. We're going to test the free agent market this offseason because I'm tired of not having any help around me. Even though my freaking receiver and running back are there, we just don't have an offensive line. I want to win the Super Bowl. I'm coming into this league as a 3-year. Right now I'm a 3-year vet. I expect a Super Bowl. Plain and simple. Expected it year one. I still expect it now. We're going to advance, see who ends up winning the Super Bowl, and we'll be right back. Super Bowl winner are the Seahawks. Bills can't quite push it over the edge. They lose 21-16. I just want to see the overall stats. Looks like it's a pretty dominating performance all the way around. Seahawks had 25 first downs, scored 14 in the fourth to take it and not go with it. No turnovers by either team. Both played really well. Just Seahawks had time and possession and ended up winning the game. Man, solid performance. Congratulations to the Seahawks on a Super Bowl, and congratulations on the Bills for their second place finish. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this series. We made it through 3 seasons. We actually started the 4th season, but just kind of fell off playing it. I ended up going to the Saints and was doing really well. Just we just stopped playing. It's too busy. It's just the way it goes sometimes. And I'm kind of over Madden. One of the comments one of the last episodes was like, man, you complain too much, dude. This game gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is about Madden. NCAA, I can tolerate. Madden, that's why I stopped the Draft Champions, so I stopped the Ultimate Team. Like, it's just frustrating as all get out. The simulation, I don't really have to worry about it. The big issue there is the money. Trying to keep everybody paid. It's just I don't know. It's just not my style. So I don't even know if I'll do Madden 18, to be honest with you. It's just, it doesn't interest me at all. Like, I'll follow football, I'll follow NCAA, I'll follow NFL, but playing along with it just doesn't interest me in the least. So I'm not sure what's going to happen for Madden 18, but as of right now, currently in July, I'm not picking it up, and we're not doing it this next year, but we'll go from there. But as of now, that's it for this episode. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.